When dealing with problem employees, the thin line between success and failure can rest on your ability to perform under pressure. Watch the following scenario and pay attention to how the manager reacts to a problem employee who is underperforming.
I understand your quote was off?
Not just one, 3 quotes. I was on the phone with her every week listening to her apologize and walk back her estimates.
She didn't mention any of that to me.
Look, we've been working with you for years, but promises were not kept and the cost differences were unacceptable.
Thank you for your time. I'll look into it, believe me.
The first step to dealing with non-performance is to act quickly. Don't put it off and let the problem fester.
Natasha, I just got off the phone with Mike Capel over at Highline, and he had some complaints with your management of his account that I think we should talk about.
I know the quotes keep coming in too low.
He said you underestimated 3 quotes and then consistently delivered late. They use our estimates to budget expenditures for the entire year sometimes. They pad those estimates, but what I'm seeing here is drastic. There's no room for these kinds of errors.
It just turned into a much bigger issue. More vehicles, different models. There was nothing I could do.
I'm disappointed, but I want to get ahead of this before it turns into a bigger issue. So let's take the time and go through this step by step.
The second step is documentation. Take notes. Document the problems and track any corrective action.
I'm going to fill out an incident report based on what Mike told me, but I would like for you to fill me in on your perspective.
I was following the procedure, but the requests kept changing things. I just had to put my head down and get it done.
3 weeks late?
Yeah, but I thought that they understood that after all their requests, there was no way I was going to hit the original deadline.
Okay, so a series of requested adjustments changed the initial quote, but you did not bring that change to your department head or me. You then put in more time than allocated without noting it in the project log and assumed the client understood a deadline adjustment without getting it in writing?
Yeah, but that's way more harsh than the way I said it.
Third, correct and support. You want to correct any actions that directly cause an employee's non-performance, but support their adjustment and growth going forward.
I know you're still new here, and I understand that some of our processes can seem bureaucratic, but they are there for a reason. Deadlines are lifeblood of our business. Misquotes happen, but they need to be brought to me and approved with the client's consent.
I understand that.
Now let's figure out a way we can improve your time management. Do you think moving your workspace next to Dawn's might help you? She's been a great mentor to a number of newer adjusters over the years.
That would be great. She seems really nice and knowledgeable.
Also, let's get together and look over your client list for the next month or so, just to make sure you're quoting appropriately. And once you're more comfortable, I'll step back and leave it to you.
Finally, set a deadline. Corrective action should not be ongoing and infinite. If an employee is going to improve, they should show signs within a limited amount of time.
I will check in with you at least once a week, and then we will reevaluate your progress in 30 days. We'll look at 3 specific areas. Customer satisfaction. I will call your clients, and then we will discuss how well you work with them over the next month or so. Cost comparison. So we'll look at your initial quotes and then compare those estimates with the final charges. And time estimates. We'll go through your time card and compare the time you've budgeted yourself for each client account compared to the time utilized. Now, if you need help or have any questions, I'm here and Dawn is more than capable. You're not going through this alone.
That sounds fair. Thank you for believing in me.
You're talented and a dedicated worker. Let's just see if we can bring your customer service up to that same level.
After initiating corrective action with a poor performing employee, schedule a time to review the expectations and benchmarks you laid out. They know now what success is supposed to look like, but you need to see if they can properly translate that idea to their work.
Natasha, I'm extremely happy with the work you've done over the last month.
I haven't done it alone. All of the support that you and everyone else has given me has shown me how to be a true professional.
Well, what else do you think we can do to keep you going in the right direction?
By following these steps, you will put any non-performing employee who is willing to improve in a better position to succeed. Employees who are unwilling to improve represent another challenge entirely.